everybody, welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV stream. And in today's stream, we're actually going to be doing the main scenario quest until we get to the Peering Stones, which I did talk about it in an earlier stream, not last stream, but I did show you guys this, saying that we can't get there yet. And that's because we hadn't taken over the bridge here. So in the last stream, we did take over this bridge, so now we're going to be continuing on until we get to the Peering Stones. I don't know what's going to happen after that, so it'll be an adventure for all of us. This is going to be a shorter stream just because I am almost done typing up a thing for a video. So if you guys want to, keep an eye out on YouTube, and you should see a video pop up where I've actually been working on this for a couple of weeks now. So it'll be very exciting to actually get that uploaded and off of my plate. But that's enough about what I've been up to. Let's talk to Conrad here and get going with the quest to head to the Peering Stone. So we're just gonna be looking for the Imperial Army fragments. So pretty much what's left over of the ones that ran away. By the way, this right here almost one-shot me when I was running to the bridge before I started streaming. This is a A rank level 70 monster. So the only good thing about that is it wasn't S rank. If it was S rank, it would have one-shot me. But so these are the type of monsters that you will experience after you level up to 70, get some decent gear. These are the monsters that you will fight to get. I don't think it's gonna show it. Not. Not tombstones. It's a seal. Okay, the clan seals. So you'll fight this, and then you'll go to Rolger's. Talk to the. Ooh, no. Oh, that's the little one. You'll go to Rolger's Reach to look at the hunt board, which will give you some easier fights. You'll get a lot more seals, unless there's a train happening. And when I say train, it's just a bunch of people that are now they're at level 80, and they're just running around all of the Shadowbringers area, fighting all the A rank and S ranks that they can get their hands on. But these level 61s ain't a big deal. That level 70 did almost one-shot me though. So yeah, now we're looking for the Imperial Army, which I believe they're up here. Okay. And since it's only a single army person, I'm just gonna use my single target attack. And shouldn't be too long that he gets defeated. That it? Yep, that's it. So now we're gonna go to the next area, which is right here. And on the mini map, you can see where the orange arrow is pointing, so make sure you follow the orange arrow and you'll find any quest you have to do. Since there's a couple of them, I'm going to use my AoE damage. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now we're gonna go talk to Robon. Okay, I am going the right way. Don't look right. Oh no. And that should be all of the remaining Imperial army. Now we're going back to Commander Kemp. And I believe after this we'll be able to cross the bridge to the Appearing Stone. You know what? I'm gonna run right by it just so you guys can see how closely I came to actually one-shotted. Alright. If it don't hit me right now, I'm okay. Oh, see that? See that? 20,000. Like it was nothing. Oh, that's scary. Alright, so we should be able to cross after this then. It's one of these times where we can cross, so. So yeah, right here we cross the bridge. So let's talk to resistance guard. There we go. Say yes. We're gonna cross the bridge. Now, okay. So we're gonna talk to Lise before we can attune to the Aetherite, which that's not a bad idea because honestly we're gonna push along the quest to where the Aetherite will be at, so it's gonna be on the way. Oh, okay. There. Speak with Lise here. She said east, but they went west. I think you have to go west, then east. Yep. Right there's the little tunnel. And now we take this all the way to the top. That's where the Aetherite. And you can talk to Lise before you come here, which it pushes the main scenario quest along. I'd recommend doing that because it is literally on the way. I mean, if you want to attune to Aetherite first, just in case anything happens, that's what you got to do. Because I always attune to every Aetherite immediately, except for this one, just because it is literally like 20 feet away. So let's talk to Manago here. I think that's how you say her name.
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
How fare your people?
Good, all things considered. Better than the Ananta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
We're here to help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana.
The Kaliana are another Ananta tribe. The strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Vera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire and were content to remain within their borders.
Just so. The Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago. But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Kaliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Fordola. It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials, she knows not the difference between Kaliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fedola knew for sure was that the resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Ananta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Anamika. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The butcher turned her blade to Anamika and bade the Kaliana move aside. But the broodmother would not yield.
I know where this is going.
The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
What madness.
The true madness was yet to come, for in her despair the Kaliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
She summoned a primal then and there?
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith. The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta. Now the Kaliana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Vera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
And so you turn to us?
Aye. All who have fought with the resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the icon slayer.
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
Alright, so I'm not going to get any of those. Get the Heaven's Eye Materia. And now that I got the level 70 here for the job, I'm not going to be getting the healer gear no more. I'll start getting the caster gear for my summoner so that I can do the level 70 on there. So yeah, this one I'm not going to get that. I'll get 90. Okay. I'll get the casting gear. Hit accept. And so apparently Alphino's thinking other way around it. Alright, so now we're gonna be heading to the village. Uh-oh. That was a mistake. I'm lucky he didn't hit me, honest. Oh, this is so bad. Okay. I think I'm still, yeah, I'm actually okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think this is the wrong one. Yeah, it is. Or it looks... Okay, this is the right one. Ooh. Because there's another village that's like this, except by everybody. I didn't know which one it was. Alright, so they just want to know more about it. Alright, so... like we are gonna have to fight. like I said, we are gonna have to fight. Yeah, just say you can count on us. Just saying, even if I don't have to, that's sounds way too harsh. Right? Casting for earrings. Not that it does much good because we have better earring. But except this is the one where next village we're going to have to fight a bunch of it looks like we can get out here, get there. So yeah, let's do that. Yeah, this is a quicker way to get there. Filled with more enemies. So oh well. Alright, so we have to go to Aetherite that is over here in order to get to where the primal. I think that's so we have to go all the way up here. And right there is Aetherite. Actually got through that pretty smoothly.
Why, mistress? Why does my Anamika slumber still? Look thee on her face, supplicant. Thy prayer hath been answered. Flesh sundered hath been made whole. Blood spilt runneth through her veins. Breath stolen filleth her breast. But she hears not her mother's words, nor sees her mother's face. She's silent and empty. Only the vessel may be remade, not so the flame which flickered within. Her soul hath been scattered to the four winds.
Now do you see her promises for what they are?
Alize, have you gone mad?
Mayhap I have, but I refuse to stand by and watch yet another tragedy unfold.
Who intrudes upon this sacred ground? Imperials, thirsting for blood.
No! We come not to shed blood, but to save you from the false god who would lead you astray. I understand how you feel. I do. You loved her with all your heart, but when the moment came, you still couldn't save her. The anguish, the anger, I know it only too well. But I also know where this path leads. To embrace a primal is to condemn yourself to an endless cycle of despair. You will never know peace.
A worm-eaten heart may find peace and serenity in service, in beauty and grace. This hath ever been my promise. Naught else.
You tempt them with visions of things that can never be and leave them bereft and wanting. No illusion, however sweet, can change the fact that your daughter is gone. Remember her as she was. Do not suffer this piteous shade to tarnish her memory.
For every prayer that primal answers, it'll demand payment in kind. Do you have any idea how many more Ananta will die to feed its hunger for crystals?
They would have thee suffer man's spite and live in fear. Far better to dwell in my beauteous dream than endure so ugly a reality.
She's wrong! We hate the Empire as much as you, if you just listen!
Poor misguided children. I would spare you the torments of this cruel and misshapen world. Come, bask in my radiance. Let it fill your hearts and free you from your burdens.
Ain't gonna work.
Abide in misery then, fools. The Ananta are more deserving of my blessing. Leave these lands and my dreamers be. I will not warn you a second time.
Yep, we're gonna have to fight the primal. Never stop trying. They already know I'm going. Alright, so let's go to the entrance here. And we're gonna fight Nation. Which this is a fun fight. It's really fun because a lot of people have already done this. So when they get in, they think they can just kind of power through. And I've actually wiped to this fight a lot more than I think, just because we would have, if I was tank, the healers wouldn't be caring about the mechanics. So both the healers will go down, and then we didn't have anybody to revive anything. So we were done. Or if I'm the healer, both the tanks will constantly just all the same hits, and they didn't pop cooldowns, stuff like that. Like, it was just, you know, honestly, I'd be sitting there laughing because people would be getting mad, like, just do this. Like, what? People can just have fun. Alright, so my item level is 96. So I'm gonna queue up for this, and, ooh, instant. Nice. Alright, so I'm gonna hit commence and mute the cutscene. Alright, so let's get going. Make sure Eos is very. Oops. Hold on, tank. Oh. There we go. Alright. So essentially what's happening right now is um but are the tanks not. Oh, the tanks don't have. One of the tanks don't have the other one. Okay, now both the tanks have them. Okay. I was wondering why they kept running around. Okay. This is another reason why we would wipe, is because we would have some souls that would sit there and try to have a little bit of fun with. They'd have fun with, making sure everybody got hit by something. And that's why I like this fight, because, like, these mechanics aren't hard. Like, they're actually very easy. But you would have people who were just having fun. Alright, you got a pop of Rill.
Rest your
Take
weary
one.
souls in my bosom.
And I think I popped mine too early. Oh, I think I'm not gonna make it. Because it takes about 30 seconds to do this. So if I did it too early, I'm screwed. Oh, I barely made it.
I shall free you from your hate.
Alright, this one. Nope, this ain't it. Now, this one. Make sure you pop a rail there, because if you don't, you're going right off the edge. Okay, everybody remembered. I was looking to see just to be like, yep, that person didn't, but everybody actually did. Oh, better get out of the way. Here, come over here. That way the black mage can just sit in there and...
Do not your souls weigh heavy?
Oh, I'm sorry, black mage. Alright. And a grace. That's just gonna be a bunch of AoE. Nothing to worry about there. Cool. Alright, yep, pop the rail, make sure that you're close to her. And let's see, did anybody forget this time?
Your souls are stained.
Nope. So this is actually a really good party. So that's good. Well, for stream purposes, that's good. Because that means that we are... There we go. And this is why trolling is so easy, because all of us had an AoE of some kind to deal with, and if we all tried to stack on everybody, it'd be game over. There is one time where he activates the rails, and you don't need to use them. Only the tank needs them. I think this might be it. We'll see. Nope. Everybody's actually doing really good on here. Oh, this is actually a really good fight, but it's bad to showcase to you guys because not all the parties are gonna be like this. And you will have that one person that will run off the edge with an AoE.
Your souls are free.
That's it. All right. So the first reel we had to use was when she absorbed our souls, and if you don't do it, you instantly die. And then the other reels we had to use came to the middle, and then she had like a AoE around her, and AoE is the whole ring. And anything in that AoE, don't pop the reel, literally just fly off. Like you go from the middle all the way off, which can fall off. Okay, good. Sometimes when you jump off, it brings you back dead, whatever reason. So I forgot if this was the one that did it or if it's a different one. Not this one. Good. That's something to keep in mind and watch out for. So whenever you see the rails pop up, make sure you activate yours and take another one. That's the whole premise of the fight. So let's go to the exit, and I will mute. I'm pretty sure it's a cutscene.
You did it again. You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help. So, it looks like the Ananta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Like every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
You! You slew our mistress! She was our hope! Our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone. But that's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace. Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Who are you to question our choice? You, who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
I know there's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
Begone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up. Abania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
Ah, the savage returns, and with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
Fedola Rem Lupus. Commander of the Crania Lupi, reporting as ordered.
Why do you tremble so? Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Yes, my lord.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
I do not, my lord. My failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
Very well. Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Transcend, my lord. I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
Alright, so we beat the Primal, and in the last stream we did the Gauls. I think that's what they call Gauls, Imperial Army. And so she's mad because apparently there's a way that she can mortal limits. But I feel like we're gonna see her again. I don't need none of the earrings. Mount speed. Nice. Oh, let me back more earrings. Alright, so now we're gonna go back. Okay. Just outside of the right area. So now we're gonna go back and talk with the other Antana. How you say it? I literally heard it in the last cutscene. So we're gonna talk with them and anything else is required of. Now we're gonna head back to the Peering Stone. After doing this, I no. That was the wrong thing. You can we gotta go to the Peering Stones, so let's teleport there. But you can actually do um quests for the beach tribes here and for the um Antana, you can get a flying elephant. I don't like that mount too much. It's too big for my liking, but you can get it. So let's talk to Monago here and continue on with the main scenario. So they say that we earned a rest, but we're gonna keep doing other things. I don't know how they sit there and say we deserve a rest, but the only going on like there's not just like a big blank thing of doing nothing. Though if there was, people would complain. I understand. See, this is as close as we get to resting. Guess at least stay in the have to ask them. Alright, so talk to Alpha now. So get the area that I don't need hearing. And I think I'm going to stop stream now. I do want to start on my other project. So hopefully I can get most of it done and get ready to start recording that today. And maybe I could get it out to you guys today or tomorrow. What I'm hoping for. So if you guys enjoyed this stream, you enjoy the content I provide, hit that like button for me. Subscribe or follow to my platforms. All my platforms are down there. Make sure you subscribe, follow, whatever the platform wants you to do. If you have any questions or concerns or anything like that, leave a comment down below if you're on YouTube. If you're not, join my Discord and hit me up, and I will respond back to you. This is Trent. Take care.